Hello, everybody. Welcome to another scene in Scepter the Howling Winds, a Werewolf 20 venue. Today, Caroline uh, was kind of thinking about her challenge that she got for Fostern, and something is really upsetting her about it. So she thought, well, who who better to talk to than the master of challenges, Kieran? So she's going to see her mentor for woodworking for something completely different.
Oh
She
Lord, man,
approaches and knocks on the door.
he'll open it. She smells like bleach and like stuff, and he's wearing like sweatpants and like a hoodie and flip flops, and he's got his hair pulled back in a ponytail.
That is the weirdest outfit. God.
He's cleaning. he's got like a rag in his hand, and his brow goes up.
She has kind of a little bit of a worried look on her face, but she smiles at him. I hope I'm not bothering you. I have to ask. Can I ask you a few questions about something? She bites her lip.
You put me bastard nephew to work. How are them blinds coming,
Nathan? Fine. How long has it been since you've cleaned these things?
Weekly. We'll go back to.
There's a lot.
We'll go back
to weekly.
What do you say?
He said there's a lot of dust on them from weekly.
Me and my wife can be dirty people sometimes.
I didn't need to know that about cousin. Thank you. Let's go
you
back.
don't want to know the things I know about my son now. He'll shake his head. If I have to live that horror, you're all coming with me. He'll just shake his head, wiping down the counter.
Caroline shakes her head.
What you need, lass?
It's about my Fostern challenge. She bites her lip.
Oh Lord, I have to do me duty.
She'll like say sit down because she's comfortable there. Well, I don't know if it's my place to question such things, but my task is to search for somebody from a vision that is in pain and hurting and see if I can help them, but I just... If I happen to fail such a mission as that person will be hurting, and they'll stay hurting. And I just feel...
Who gave you the challenge, lass?
Sierra.
And are you sure you have all the finer points?
All I was told was that they're hurting, that I would have to talk to spirits to figure out who the person is, and that to see if I can help heal their pain.
He'll throw the rag in the sink where there's some cleaning water. He'll kind of dry his hands off. Go on, lass. So
she rubs the bridge of her nose.
Kara will motion them to follow him.
She'll follow.
So, he grabs Nathan by the back of his shirt, like, oh, no, you're coming too.
He's like, fine. They're shite, I suppose.
Why is it that every time
he puts down the toothbrush that he was using to clean the blinds with?
Is that mine?
He holds it up.
Whap the back of his head. Shake his head. Why is it whenever I hear... Why is it whenever I hear the words theurge and shite, I definitely think of you? And he just shakes his head.
He grins and shrugs. Huh?
I hate all of you, I swear. Just walk off with him.
Caroline softly chuckles.
So he'll take them into the back to his man cave, his man shed. not the wood shop, but his man shed where he does his rituals. The thing is that Kier is a Philodox, so when he does the rituals, they're usually not quite as mythical.
Much more practical.
His shed is covered in implements of punishment.
Kinky. So kinky.
Yeah, that's actually kind of. You hold the finger up. Don't you dare make any statements, boy.
He swallows and he doesn't say a fucking word. He's just like.
Caroline just kind of looks at all of them. She's just is absorbing in the room. Mental photographs.
It's less kink Duncan and more just like there are implements of punishment around, and it's more of a dark utilitarian, almost kind of like a, I hate to put it like this, but a Celtic witch.
Mm-hmm.
A very dark Celtic witch up in this bitch. It's kind of like, well, we know Kier likes to party hard underneath it all, but Jesus.
Right?
So he'll start collecting some things up. And kind of he squishes up some St. John's wort and rosemary in a mortar and pestle. And he'll take a small mirror out and he'll break it in the middle of a ritual circle. And he'll sprinkle the herbs on it. And he begins to cast the rite of spirit summoning.
Mm-hmm.
For a clarity spirit. Do you want me to actually roll for this shit, or can the NPC fucking do it?
He can. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So yes, he will summon a clarity spirit. And
The spirit will come.
He'll look at the little thing, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it's like super clear, whatever it is.
It is. It's like, okay, so I imagine a clarity spirit looking somewhat like a transparent jellyfish.
Oh my
So,
god.
That's what you get, is this little cute little transparent spirit. Like, hi.
Caroline covers her mouth to not squeak because she thinks it's adorable.
I'm thinking of Planet.
Even Nathan is like, has this look of awe on his face, like that's an adorable spirit.
Like, why me? Why every time?
Caroline and Nathan give each other a knowing look, like, oh my god.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah, the little thing.
And it'll say, and it even has this cute little voice. How can I help you?
Oh my god, I'm binding you later.
Caroline dies. She just falls to her knees and she's like, it's so cute.
Kier just says, it's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. Okay. Back to respect the spirits now. Hi. Fetus hypnosis.
It happily numbs that. You swear you see its little eyes roll back in its head. Like,
all right, lad. Are you a lad or a lass? Or do you just not care?
I don't have, no. Mm-mm.
Okay, lassie. Let's see. Here's why we called you here. Caroline has been given a task, which seems she's having trouble, maybe grasping the finer points, or thinks things might be missing. Can you help us maybe fill in the blanks?
Probably.
I'm gonna have to do something, aren't I? Yeah, I forgot that part about summoning spirits. Okay, I know it'll give you a little spirit. The clearest. He'll smile at the little spirit and he'll say, "The clearest thing anyone could ever see is my love for my wife. If you do this for me, I will sing a tale."
Yeah, I remember that.
At the next moot, and make it clear for everyone exactly how much I love this woman. I'll smile. Bear in mind, I'm no tale singer.
Well, I'm lagging out. You got really close.
Are you there?
The spirit will consider that for a moment. There's definitely a feeling of approval from it. Okay.
Success. And so he'll flick Caroline's ear like, "Pay attention."
Yeah, she is paying, like, she's utterly focused right now.
Listen to what the little thing has to say.
So the little spirit.
Yeah,
I can't get over how adorable this thing is. Oh my god.
Have you ever seen?
And I created it.
Have you ever seen the movie Treasure Planet?
Yes.
I'm picturing Morph.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess that's who I subconsciously based it off of.
Oh, Kieran's finding himself a spirit later.
I also might
Like,
have a little bit of Nom Nom in my head as well.
Yeah, Caroline and the pack link is going, "Oh my god, it's so cute!"
Saul shoots back. Are you looking in a mirror? And Petra shoots back. Yeah, she's looking at a mirror, obviously.
So, just because the spirit is clarity spirit and wants to be clear, it's going to say. So, tell me what you were told.
Okay. I was told that a person is hurting, that they're suffering pain from Sierra's vision, but Sierra doesn't know who the person is. I don't have a description of the person. And what I'm supposed to do is find the person and ease their suffering if I can. She bites her lip.
So are you no leaving, or did you guys like split, or what?
The spirit will consider that for a moment. I know of someone, a woman, who studies Caroline a bit for a second. Actually looks a little bit like you. Who is sick and nobody can figure out what's wrong. I think that might be your challenge, to figure it out and figure out what to do.
She bites her lip. Oh, okay. Immediately she's thinking it's her mom.
Kier will look at Caroline and he'll say, "I can understand how one might feel that in a situation like this, They're using the suffering of a loved one, it seems possibly, to further their own ambitions or goals. I don't think that was the intention at all. Especially since one could ask why. He'll think for a moment and kind of furrow his brow. He'll just shake his head. I think I make my point clear.
You have.
What are your thoughts, Caroline?
My thoughts is I need to find her as soon as possible.
Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable resting your assent on this, or do you feel like a furrow his brow? Tell me how you feel, lass, about this being tied in with your challenge.
I don't know how to feel. I think it might be my mother, and I've never met her, and if she's sick and she dies before I get to see her, if anything, I just have to focus, and tears start streaming down her face.
My duty as a master of challenge is to make sure the challenges can be carried out fairly. And that they're not exploiting anyone. Now, if you do not feel that this is an exploitation upon yourself, which I can't decide for you, no one can make that decision for you. If you feel it's not, and you continue on with this challenge. If you feel that it's exploiting, that you'd be exploiting the suffering of what could be your mother, who you've not remember knowing, for your own gain, well, there are actions that can be taken, and it's no mark against anyone. It happens. Well, trust me, I'd actually redo my Adrin challenge. And I failed my Athro challenge twice. For his brow. It happens.
I don't think I can take this as a challenge. If anything, I need all the help I can get because I don't want to lose her. And
now the other question is was it said you couldn't get help?
there weren't. It was unclear about me getting help, so I believe I can.
Charity spirit. To kind of give a little bit of insight as to whether she can have help or not. My general idea as the master of challenge and what I will and will not accept is that if it wasn't implicitly stated that you couldn't have help, every resource available to you is.
Then I know one person who may know who my mother is, and could easily take me to her.
Who's that?
Papa. He mentioned that he knew who she was.
He looks neutral. As though he's just absorbing that information.
Honestly, I don't even care about the fostering challenge if it is my mother.
Is there the possibility as well, lass, that it is somebody else in your life? Not your mother, but someone else. That may be where the spirits come in.
She nods.
I feel one way or the other you're going to see to this task.
Of course, I have to follow this through. Even if it is for my challenge or not. I don't care if it is, actually. I just want it to be done.
I'm not. So you're telling me officially, as the master of challenges, that you accept this challenge?
I would give this up as my fostering challenge just to make sure someone is okay.
He'll take a step back, and he'll kind of. He's not unfamiliar with this. It's not something that happens very often, so he has to think for a moment.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay! Look at Facebook. I asked a question.
I don't know what happened, so.
Caroline basically said that she would give this up as her fostering challenge, so that she could kind of more focus on it. I guess is what Caroline's getting at. Like,
so
the
person wouldn't be harmed because she doesn't want somebody to be suffering, and she ends up failing a task. And
yeah, I think that there's. If I understand correctly, tell me if I'm correct, Stephen. If I understand correctly, your character is uncomfortable with hinging something so personal on her advancement.
yeah, she feels like somebody is hurting, and she's furthering herself over their own pain.
Okay.
And
But she does still plan to see it through.
She still plans to see it through. She's going to do everything in her power to go through with it, but she doesn't care about it being her fostering challenge. She just wants to make sure they're okay.
So Kira will say, so let me understand you correctly, lass. You are not comfortable with advancing yourself on what you see as the suffering of someone close to you.
Honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable advancing myself on anybody who is suffering. It just feels wrong.
Well, it's not unprecedented. It's not even uncommon for especially children of Gaia. Sometimes they urges, I think Nathan can back that one up, to have to ease suffering.
Nathan will nod.
As part of their rank challenge. But I can understand with it being someone tied to you, especially given your history and not knowing who. How the anxiety of that could cloud your judgment enough to create to create a schism. That being said, Caroline, it is quite... There's an unspoken protocol about refusing the challenge of one Garu and then going back to him for another. So you're going to have to find another Garu to challenge if you do. It's not written law or anything anywhere. It's just seen as bad manners. And it happens. Sometimes challenges just don't fit. If they did every time, I'll shrug. I'd be lazy all day. That's why I have my position.
Nathan keeps his fucking mouth shut.
Incorrigible.
Even if this isn't my Fostern challenge, though, I still will see it through.
I'm seeing that, lass. Don't worry. And I understand it's not that you don't think you can do it or you feel insulted by Sierra or anything. You just don't want to. You don't want to. I see that you don't want to further your own advancement on the suffering of someone else. And I'm not going to lie, it's acceptable. I'll look down at the Clarity Spirit, right? Back me up here.
It bobs itself.
I'll hold out his index finger and high five it, like.
He'll give it a little high five.
Oh, you're going to be my friend. He'll hold his hand out. You're going to be my friend.
It'll bounce into his hand.
He'll put it on his shoulder.
Kara's a little Clarity Spirit.
He's gonna
Caroline
smile. He's gonna say, he'll kind of tickle its belly. He's like, you know what? I'm going to name you. I'm going to name you Kismet. I'll tickle its belly and stroke it and give it another pointed nose, just because God knows he has a lot.
Squeeze. It's squeeze.
Look, I got a little spirit friend. Isn't it cute?
Nathan shakes his head, like, whatever.
Whatever, you don't have a Patronus. Ooh, shake his head.
Caroline shrugs. Well, you always need a little bit more clarity in life.
Yes, I do. It's Stag.
What the hell, Harry Potter?
Like they're in oh my fucking God, I hadn't even thought of that. They're in the Umbra, so they can see his very prominent stag spirit heritage. He has
antlers.
Beautiful antlers coming off of him, and the perfect coloration of the stag. Like, just, yeah. I hadn't even thought about Harry Potter. Jesus Christ. Nathan shakes his head. He's like, well, I'm a Theurge.
Oh my.
Magical. Very magical guard. The Harry Potter of the Fiona.
Caroline will give him a high five. Because he looks like a stag and she looks like a white,
unicorn?
shadowy unicorn.
Oh, shagging spirits, I swear to God. Shake his head. All right, lass. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times, or relieve you of your challenge.
She nods.
Now you gotta find a fostering Theurge or child to guy you can challenge.
Nate clears his throat.
Quit making everything about you.
Well, Nathan, I was actually going to ask you if I could challenge you.
I mean, you don't need my permission. Let's see. I am a Fostern and a Theurge. And he'll shrug.
Maybe you should.
And I'm a Cliath and a Theurge. She shrugs.
Maybe you should ask her to go get Jonas Galvix Clay too. That was priceless.
I know. I can't even believe that.
Oh my! Though, did you hear the challenge I set forth for the
For
meeting?
Athir?
Yes.
I did. That's amazing.
You made
Absolutely amazing.
up. He'll just cross his arms and lean against the wall, playing with his kismet. Then get on, make your challenge, Jesus.
She's just looking at Nathan. What would you ask of me? Raya. She smiles.
Yeah. He crosses his arms. Well, you haven't even formally challenged me yet. God.
She'll look at him and she'll say, Nathan O'Brien, could I challenge you for the rank of Foster?
See, you said could again, and no.
Okay.
It's not.
Nathan O'Brien, I challenge you for the rank of Foster.
There we go.
A ball gag bounces off the side of her head. And shakes his head.
So you're challenging me for the rank of Foster, and you have no idea what you've done.
I have to say arbitrary during these types of things, but you don't know the hell you just unleashed upon yourself. He's wicked.
She looks over at him and she's like, have you seen my pack?
No. You have to understand. One time that man challenged somebody, a Theurge, to convince a fire spirit to go for a swim in a loch, okay?
So, my challenge to you. Oh, this is going to be priceless.
Oh, Lord. I
want you to go to the realm of Pangea, and I want you to get a mate for Susie.
She nods. Okay.
Just the noise out of this man is unholy. It's sustained. And he just slides down the wall.
And you are allowed to take your pack.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You accept my challenge?
Yeah, I accept.
He just lays on the floor. He can't even stand up right now. He's cuddling his little food spirit. And he's just laughing his ass off.
All right. I'll see you when you come back, if you do. He'll grin.
He'll fan himself. I just can't. I can't with you. You're a terrible person.
He grins. What? Shrugs. She's lonely. I've talked to her. Come on.
I think she's mad. She just can't have a little few Soul of Mountain babies.
Probably.
Okay, he'll get up. He'll clap his hands off. Perform the rite of binding on his little kismet.
Okay. That's fine.
And he'll stretch.
But the first order of business is I have to find out who's hurting. Even if it isn't my fostering challenge,
Aye, lass, you should probably tend to that first and then get around to going for your fostering challenge. Admittedly, I'm not going to lie. I'm not.
Does anyone have Pulse of the Prey? She bites.
I do, but I'm not using it for you.
Okay.
You figure that one out on your own. You need dog spirits to do it for you.
I get doggy spirit or a wolfy spirit.
Okay. She'll be like, I suppose I could start summoning one.
I could say something really salty, but it's kind of bad.
Aren't you just like made up of salt though?
Nathan has pack, right?
Yeah.
He'll mind ping him.
Saoirse added him to the pack, like, you're not going anywhere and I need a Theurge, so Here we go.
Yeah, I don't mind being this.
He shakes his head
Brow
and he
goes
says
up.
back.
Just so salty. Let's just
He
grin.
shakes his head, you fucker. Oh yeah. Fuck. Why did I? Why? Why?
You're the one who chose to come to America. I'm still trying to figure out why. Is it because you missed me lovely face?
Because I was in need of an adventure and my cousin was here. She married the likes of you. But still not sure
Oh,
why.
she needs all the love
Whatever.
she can get. Oh, that poor child. I don't even know why she did this to herself. I think there's
And
like there's like 90% of me that believes the only reason she married me is because she's really into masochist.
He laughs. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? She's always been very ambitious and stubborn and goes after what she wants. Lord knows why she wanted you.
So she married one of the most ambitious, stubborn men she knows.
He'll nod, apparently.
Now I have to compose a story of how much I love her.
Caroline smiles and she's like, "Well, you just said she likes a challenge. Why not get with the master of challenges?" She laughs.
Oh, those arms out there.
He laughs.
Ah, yes. Okay, scoot off. We gotta finish cleaning. I want the
Okay.
Lord to be able to eat off my floorboards.
She heads on out.
I know he'll turn to Nathan. He's like, I know Saoirse's gonna be summoning him in later. Oh God. Oh God. He'll just shake his head walking off.
Jeez, you fucking bastard.
Mm.
That's why I used your fucking toothbrush.
Yeah, you don't want to know what to do.
By the way, throughout the pack link, everybody hears, "Who wants to go to Pangea?"
Right?
Well,
Just like, oh, Lita and Bailey are both like,
let's go.
let's go.
You want to get a T-Rex? Just Saul
That's what
sings
happens
that.
when you
Petra
challenge
is
Fiona.
not there. It's Petra that does that kind of thing.
That's what happens when you challenge a Fiona. I'm just saying.
Fire mate for the dinosaur. What? All right. Is she going to go and talk to her papa?
Yes, she's going to
Brain,
talk to
by the
him.
way. I want you to make a duh check. What do you roll for duh?
Oh.
You roll
someone-
wits. It's
Yeah.
a wits check.
Pickle wits. Fuck, I don't know.
It's Reese.
No, not Reese. He doesn't know his mother.
Oh. Oh wait, no, that's a woman. Never mind. Anyway, wits. So, is it Is it wits alertness or wits?
No, it's enigmas.
Okay.
You're trying to make a connection, so enigmas.
2 successes.
You're more likely you're probably better off going to a meal than Reese.
This
Emil
is true.
probably knows. Yeah, Emil probably remembers her better.
Yep. Starts heading to a meal. Oh, she needed to talk to him anyways.
Emil. His name is Emil. Rose for the moment. I have to do his overlay again. There he is. Hi. Isn't he pretty? Hi, Emil.
Hi, Emil. Hi.
He is actually at the house. He's
Okay.
so everybody moved out, so he's making sure that everything is still in order because he's good at that kind of shit.
Since everybody moved out, it's not like as open, so she'll knock actually on the or actually she'll ring the doorbell. There's a doorbell. Duh.
I'll answer it. Bonjour, mon petit.
Bonjour, uncle.
No, open the door so she can come in.
I wanted to ask you something as she walks in.
He'll go back to the kitchen where he was making something.
Is there anyone in our family that is really sick or hurting?
Did you want to do that, by the way, Lindsay?
What?
Look at my chat.
I said yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I put her.
Yes, he will. He'll when he comes into the kitchen, he'll kiss Maddie's cheek as he walks past her.
She just fucking
She'll
lights
smile
up.
politely at Maddie.
Seek. I know my younger half brother can be he has HIV.
Mm,
But outside of that, I don't know. My brother Christoph, he became infected 5 years ago. But that is all I know. Why do you ask?
A spirit was saying something about a female that looked a lot like me that is in severe pain.
The spirit, just to clarify, the spirit said a little bit like you.
Oh, that looked a
Not a
little
lot.
bit like me.
Uh-huh.
Thanks,
Who are you?
because eidetic memory, she would say the correct thing.
Yeah, I have to, who are you worried about it being?
I just don't want anyone in our family suffering.
I don't think any of the females in our family are suffering. On your mother, she. The funny thing is you actually do not look too similar to your mother. You took more of your papa's appearance.
Well, it did say that it wouldn't look a lot like me. Just a little bit.
Oh, thank you. That is true. I don't know where your mother is now. I could maybe find her. Her name is Justine.
Justine.
She was your aunt, my sister. Her husband is a very rich man in Luxembourg, and they have an estate bigger than this, big. And Justine was like a maid in the house.
She nods.
I will not add the right to. No, it does not go forward. And that's what Maddie a second thinking.
Every time he like nuzzles Maddie and everything, she just smiles softly.
Yeah,
Like
Maddie
she's
looks,
really.
Maddie
she
looks
looks really happy.
absolutely, yeah. So does
He'll make
Maddie.
a pout face at her, and he's like, "I can't think."
It's okay.
He'll nudge. He'll nudge Maddie.
She'll look.
Smart. Smart. Help.
What she's thinking. She'll look at Caroline and she'll say, you don't remember much about your past, right?
Little to nothing. The only thing I know about my mother is I believe it was her, but teaching me how to ballet dance.
She'll nod. So you don't remember if you had siblings?
No, I mean, I now know I have Reese, but that's about it.
Are you sure Reese is not sick? And he is just not telling us?
But the spirit said it was a woman anyways.
Look at your brother.
True, she shrugs.
Maddie will playfully smack Emil.
Kiss her hand.
Hey.
Smile. Wow.
But also
laugh,
the
huh?
spirit said it looked a little bit like me. I doubt the spirit of a spirit of clarity would say that my twin that looks a lot like me would only look a little bit.
Maddie
Hold on.
points that.
He'll pull over his computer. His fucking dick. He'll pull his computer over. And he'll start typing. I'm gonna type to you what he's typing. Kitten. I'm typing to you what he's typing.
Okay.
I kid you not. This is the first thing he's thinking to do.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
That's what he's doing. And he'll type. I don't know if this will yield any results, but Luxembourg is small. Hey, type, look. Type, look.
Hang on, I'm typing you information.
No. He's compiling it, basically.
Yeah, so as he's following the breadcrumbs, he's gonna get some information that is a little conflicting. So I imagine his brows are gonna furrow and he's gonna be like, what the fuck? But he's gonna
He snorts.
I'm typing you the information.
No, he just snorts. He'll say Moncool to Maddie. Give me a cup of coffee, please. As he types. You know how I like it.
She nods. She goes.
Oh, I just realized the feels that might give her. I just remembered something about Jessie's backstory. Remember, she used to always get Jessie coffee in the morning.
And now she's
other way. Jesse's dad used to always get her a cup of coffee in the morning.
Yep, and now she's doing it for him. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. That's cute.
I know, right?
I am so sad. My heart, it is empty. He pouts his lip out. I have to wait like 9 or 10 more months until I get the pumpkin spice latte back. He's like, "That's out."
Maddie will come back.
I haven't even
coffee,
gotten to try that.
and she'll say, "I'm pretty sure that Reese could make you one."
He does not make it right. He makes it healthy.
Oh, she'll laugh.
I look like the kind of man who eats healthy. I'll shake his head. All my brother knows how to make is either really, really pretty food like art, or food is like birdseed, or Japanese food. Shake his head. He doesn't make the good French food. Coq au vin, ratatouille. Ugh, shake his head. Oh, I want to expand past my base. Pretentious fuck. He'll sip his coffee. Oh my god, marry me, woman. It's so good.
Caroline just smiles, and she's just like, at least he taught me how to not cook just ramen.
Oh, you know to make ramen foam now.
She blinks.
I'm so happy
No,
for you.
I got a little into baking, and I don't burn it right away.
I'm so happy for you. He blows a kiss at her.
She'll catch it and put it in her pocket and smile.
And he'll look at Maddie, realizing what he says, and he's like, if I asked you to marry me, there would be so much more involved.
She grins.
I don't even know your ring size. You look like a 7. Look up. He probably has it right. He's really good at that.
She'll nod.
What? I am like for jewelry what some people are for clothes. Ugh, I love diamonds. You know I own stock in Cartier.
I need to get back into practicing. I haven't been showing up for practice lately. She bites her lip.
Are you hitting on me? Don't look at her.
She'll shrug. She'll that's not what I was saying.
Hitting on me.
But I was talking about practice for ballet.
You're so hitting on me. It's just shaking.
Face palms.
You're going to tell your husband.
Fingers just all over there. Or...
She's shaking her head.
Okay.
Get somebody else to train me then. Or maybe I can just spontaneously remember how to dance.
Why don't you ask Gloria to teach you? Oh, woo! 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 Sorry, I'm sorry. Désolé, désolé.
Caroline chews her lip and looks away.
I was being sincere, but oh, you know who else does? No, you know who does the ballet?
Who?
I know you knows it is, but maybe he knows us. Jesse. Oh, don't you do too, Maddie? Oh, you just know the belly dance.
What did he ask her? If she knows what?
If she knows if she can do ballet or if she only knows belly dance.
Why don't we find out?
Monko. Noah. He'll look at Caroline. Noah can Betty. And no, it's so he'll sip his coffee.
Caroline's grinning.
Noah, he knows the ballet too. If you can get him to stay still for 5 seconds, and it has to be during a certain time period of the year. I don't know why. He'll shake his head. I think during the summer months he knows ballet. Every time else he doesn't.
I might ask Jessie because it's always good to incorporate other things into dance, and as I remember a little bit, I'll probably be able to improve later on.
I know Jessie knows how to do belly dancing and contemporary.
Maybe I'll get into belly dancing. She smiles. I could learn from you too, Maddie, couldn't I? She smiles.
Oh no, it was just like face palm.
You could. Come on.
I'd like to get to know I'd like to get to know my family more, she smiles. I'm just
Marisa smiles too.
You mean Emil.
Oh yeah, Emil smiles too. Yeah, they're twins,
They're twins,
Emil
whatever.
Could be Maurice, you don't know.
Sorry, I'm having to make up all this shit on the spot.
It's fine. Typey.
Yep, that's.
You know, Caroline will actually walk up to Maddie and she's just kind of playfully joking with her. She'll pair up her hair next to hers and then she'll look at her skin tone. She's like, I actually look very similar to you. It would be funny if we were actually family. She
Maddie
laughs.
just shakes her head. Child, you are not related to every single person on the planet, I promise.
Maddie has blood from Coyote.
Yeah, I don't have blood from Coyote. She smiles.
No.
I know why you do that though. Why you like to be connected to everybody. He'll smile gently at her. He's like
Why's
not even
that?
being a dick right now. He's being sincere.
She kind of wrings her hands a little bit.
Because you don't remember who you are connected to. Because you don't have the established network of an unspoken support. The ones that you build throughout your lifetime. You have to make them. So you connect yourself to everybody.
She nods. I think I've slowly started to see that too.
I'll shrug.
It's a bad habit of mine, I'm sorry.
It's not a bad habit. It's a very strong personality trait that you would have to own. I have opinion that bad habits are only a strength that they overuse. Except heroin. I'll shake his head, thinking a minute. Drugs don't count. I mean behavior. We are talking about behavior. Most bad habits are just strengths taken to an extreme.
Okay, there's all your information that you get from the Facebook search following the crumbs.
Tape. Okay. I have information for you. I found your mother. But she does not live in Luxembourg anymore. She lives in Boston.
Boston?
Oui. And she has remarried and had children. And you were with her until she's there scrolling. Oh, your profile is so public. When you were 18. She thinks you are dead.
Her jaw clenches.
But she has other children. She has a husband named Felix. Felix Ellsworth. my god, das ist so diese Gleiche. Was you're about 18. I think the person you're seeing in your vision is her daughter. Her name is Claire. But you have a brother named Hector too. I'll turn the computer to show everything. All the pictures and stuff in her profile. But that's your mother.
She looks at them.
She is actually as beautiful as I remember.
She smiles. It's kind of like a veil that she can't remember from her.
She when she looks at the profile and the pictures, the woman that she sees, so I'm going to put up a picture of her.
Okay.
That is the woman that she sees as Claire. Looks like this, and she strikes Caroline as familiar. Like somewhere in her memory, she knows her. She is only 3 years younger than Caroline.
Yeah, I don't remember very much of anything, but I recognize her face. She'll touch the screen.
I think she is your little sister.
Deep inhale, deep exhale.
Let me a little friend request, Justina. And shoot her a message in French, basically saying, hey, funny, small world, it's Emil Rose.
So, he doesn't get a message right back.
Yeah, no, right?
She kind of leaves that request hanging for a little while. Like, holy shit.
I think it's going to be a minute before she responds to me. He'll just seeing that your father kind of, knocked it up, and I miss him.
Caroline will pull out her phone, and she'll look her up, and friend request her.
He will take her phone before she does. Are you insane? Oh my god! I'll smack her upside the head. You know what the veil is? Do you remember that? If she thinks you're dead, God only knows what cost her to think it. And she may not be kinfolk.
Even more worry sweeps across her face.
Oh, I swear to God. Like 90% of what you do is so smart, but
if she goes to Claire's profile, she's gonna see that Claire does not live in Boston. Claire lives in San Francisco.
Yay, let's go.
Well, just outside of it, in the Bay Area.
I get you. Yeah. She lives in the Brooklyn to Manhattan. Got it.
My sister lives here.
Claire's Facebook profile is very basic. There's not a lot of personal information on there.
Okay, I didn't know if you meant like Emil basic or like
like she keeps a very public friendly Facebook profile. She does not divulge very much personal information.
Hold on, I'm looking at that. I don't feel comfortable requesting your sister because she doesn't know me.
And I can't request her because she bites her lip.
Let's use your ex's ob to pop in whatever. Like, it's the worst idea.
I suppose we could do that. She just kind of like shrugs, but
As being facetious.
I know.
I'm still trying to figure out how that thing covers their cheat. Shake his head. He'll pucker his lips at Maddie. Like, give me kissy.
She'll kiss him.
You ever have one of those days where you're absolutely doing almost nothing and yet you feel like you are too busy?
She'll nod.
That's how I feel today.
Oh my god, I have the perfect meme for Caroline. I will send it to the back chat.
So what do you want to do?
I have to help her. I mean, she's in pain. It doesn't seem that it's immediate danger, but she hasn't posted anything about it.
You're going to catfish your sister.
She nods.
Oh my god!
He switches over to his other profile.
Oh my god. Oh god.
We'll send her a friend request.
Caroline sets up a new Facebook and sends her a friend request.
You know, it could just be. Does she have a Facebook for Colton?
Yeah, that's what I was just
Yes.
saying. Send her for Colton.
Yeah.
Yes. Sends a Facebook request with from Colton Steele.
So
By the way, with Emil's profile, with the catfish profile, it's Emilio. Emilio de la Cruz. And it's pictures of him when he was younger, like a fucking sexy and Ibiza, like, yeah. And it's a full profile. He just uses it to when he has to do stuff. He doesn't want to use his actual profile. I bet she's going to add me before you. And his eyebrow will bounce.
I mean,
Emil's request gets accepted immediately.
Boom.
well, there is a picture of Colton shirtless, kind of just looking at the camera.
I want you to look back at your character, not back at mine, not back at yours.
Well,
We're not mine. I'm kidding.
Colton's also gets accepted.
So he'll look at Maddie and he'll hold a finger up. I'm only catfishing.
She shrugs her shoulders. I don't care.
Type. He'll message her, and he'll look at her pictures. And he'll look her over, and he'll kind of look at the things she has going on with it. Kind of take her in, get a good feel for her.
There's a lot
Caroline's
of.
watching over her shoulder. Sorry.
So most of her pictures are not actually pictures of herself. There's memes and pictures of her cat. She really likes taking pictures of her cat.
Okay, so is she an Insta babe, or is she a nerd, or like what are we dealing with here? He's trying to get a feel for it.
None of the pictures appear to be from Instagram. They're just straight Facebook.
No, I know. But is she basic or is she kind of crazy cat girl or nerdy or?
She's a little nerdy, but she appears to be a very private person. There's nothing revealing on that profile, even to her friends.
Caroline makes a soft chuckle. She's like, she's so private, you would think she's a supernatural creature.
Is a good point. He'll tap his chin and think. What's to say? What to say? What to say? And he'll think for a second. Kind of look over her profile.
She's a big fan of Wonder Woman.
Caroline's like, Lita, I need to go take a picture with Lita as Colton.
Like, not just the movie either, like the old school Wonder Woman, the comics and everything. That seems to be her big
Emil,
one of her big things.
can you make a cosplay for Wonder Woman that I can give to Lita for her to wear? And then I take a picture with her.
Positive she has one, I said.
She probably does.
Come on, this is Lita.
He'll
Yes, she does.
He'll stop and seeing all that about her. Okay. I have seeing all that he's seen about her. He'll stop. And he'll open up a message and he'll do a wave thing where you wave at something. And I'll wait for her to wave.
She waves back.
So he types and he says, so truthfully, mildly stalked you. And I have a very personal question. And then he'll ... maybe too personal.
So she stares at the message and she blinks.
Sips this coffee.
Caroline blinks at it and she's like, "Oh, that's a question."
Right? So that's a thing. She'll say back, I only accepted your request because you look a lot like somebody my mother once showed me pictures of.
He'll send back a smiley face and he'll say, do you want my question or not?
Sure.
What is the cat's name?
Oh my god, Caroline just dies.
That's fucking great.
Maddie, look what he posted. Look at his message. She's dying.
The cat's name is Marius. I named him after someone from Les Mis.
He'll go and he'll pick up Gunner. And he'll put him on the counter. Maurice can yell at him later. He'll say, Gunner, post by Instagram. And Gunner poses. Like, Insta pose. And they'll take a picture of Gunner and send it.
And she squeezes. And she sends back, the dog is adorable. What is his name?
And he'll type back, his name is Gunner. I named him after Dolph Lundgren from The Expendables. And then he'll type, one time. He'll ... let her know a story is coming. One time, Dolph Lundgren's girlfriend was in her house while it was being robbed. And The culprits noticed photos of her and Dolph Lundgren and promptly left.
She types back, "Wow, LOL." I'm gonna put up a picture of her cat so you guys can see what her cat looks like.
And he'll type in, I do know your mother, old friend. And then he'll type in professional, so I keep my profile basic. And she types in, don't like photos of myself currently.
She'll just send back same, as if same for all of it. Like, yeah.
He'll cover Maddie's eyes. He'll like reach a hand out, cover Maddie's eyes, and go selfie and send it to her. The reason he covered Maddie's eyes, he made it look cute. Like, go, hey.
And she'll type back, why don't you like current pictures of yourself?
He'll say, why don't you like current pictures of yourself?
There's a complicated answer to that question.
He'll say, I will answer you if you answer me.
She'll send back a picture of herself. She looks very thin. Like she's been very sick.
He sends back a sad face with a tear. And then he'll say, may I ask?
They can't figure it out, but it's some sort of terminal illness.
He'll look at Caroline.
She looks at the picture with really sad eyes.
I know a way to help her, but you are going to have to do something you probably don't want to do. And he'll bite his lip.
Just tell me what I need to do.
Ask your ex for help.
She clenches her jaw a little and she says, I'll do that. I'm not that arrogant to not ask for help.
But my concern also is that he would give it to you. I'm not going to lie.
I know.
He'll text her. He types. Okay, so he's touching one letter, so it shows bouncing balls, and then he'll erase it, and then he'll type, I want to help you.
She'll say,
Carol,
how do you think you can help me more than anybody else already has?
Caroline will pull out her phone and just message, Talia, I know it's still really soon, but I really need to talk to you.
He doesn't answer for, like, give me a minute, he's not going to answer just yet.
Okay, that's fine.
And
I figured he wouldn't anyway.
yeah, he'll think for a moment. type. He'll type. He thinks so because he has a way to word it, but he doesn't want to seem cruel, and it almost seems cruel. He basically wants to ask her what do you have to lose, but he doesn't want to He doesn't want to seem cruel. That seems a little aggressive.
Yeah, right?
I'll think. Maddie, how do you politely, nicely say what do you have to lose in English? I know how to say this in French, but I don't know if she knows French. How do you politely say, I don't know English this well. How do you say,
You could just ask her if she speaks French.
He'll say, parlez-vous français?
And she'll type back, oui.
Basically in French, he'll type out the equivalent of, because it makes sense in French. There's a saying in French that says when there is no light and a light shines, why not follow it?
She'll type back in French. You're right.
And he'll say, are you free right now?
Yeah, I don't really do anything but lay in bed.
You sound like my brother when he is depressed. He doesn't he types it and then he erases it. I will go get your sister. You get your ex. Okay.
She not.
Are you okay with handling
Yes.
this now, by the way, Lindsay?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
cool doing it now. Sure.
So what Emil is going to do, because she seems like she's very sick, what Emil is going to do is he's going to go and he'll actually track down Nikolai and find him and ask him if he can borrow his orb. And it will take a little bit of bartering. He doesn't, Nikolai doesn't just fucking hand it out like candy. But he knows Emil, and once Emil explains the situation to him, and kind of, it's one of those things where it's like, me a fucking favor. So he'll reluctantly hand it over to him and let him know if he breaks, he's gonna fucking break him. And Emil is fully aware he could probably follow up on that threat. So he'll take the orb, and he'll meet back up with Caroline. I'm going to go get your sister, and you get Stolia, okay?
Okay.
Be brave.
She
okay?
holds her phone.
He did message back. Essentially, he messaged back, "What's up?"
I can do this.
You can do this.
I want her to be safe. Especially when I have the support of my family. And she'll gently squeeze his hand.
I'll squeeze it. Okay. You go get Stolia. You go get your sister.
Okay. And she heads off to go find Tolia. She messages to him while she's walking.
Yeah, he'll tell her he'll come back.
You're gonna love where Emil ends up.
Nice. You want to do that? You want to do that quick?
Sure.
Okay, so yes, he'll take the orb and he'll concentrate on it. And I'll concentrate on the girl, knowing what she looks like. He's seen a recent picture of her, all that good stuff, and he'll concentrate on appearing in her space. He's never used this thing before, but apparently it does it. So
So yeah, he appears in front of her. She's laying in a bed that he's in a normal like house,
Mm-hmm.
but the bed that she's in is like a hospital bed,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got IV and stuff hooked up to her. And she has her cat laying in her lap. But Emil becomes very aware that he's on a sept.
Hold a finger up. Go outside. Make us hell of introductions. Hi. Hi. Bye. Come back in. Woo, thumbs up. There we are. And voila. Why didn't I consider that? Why am I not an elder? Hi, I am Emil Rose, known as Dances of Freya's Grace to the people. Seeing that you are on a sept, I am sure you are familiar with our ways of life.
She nods.
Are you too, Garo, or are you just kinfolk?
I'm Garu. I'm a Black
Well,
Fury. Claire Ellsworth. I'm a Cleath Philodox.
Yes. So, do you know who I'm going to take you to see?
She shakes her head.
I'm going to take you to Sword of Mountains.
So she tears up.
And he'll carefully come over to her. And how long can you be unhooked on these machines?
A few hours.
Hold on.
He'll notice that she's also hooked up to a dialysis machine.
He'll text Rafi and let him know that he's bringing somebody who's very sick to the sept, and if they need, that he needs this setup essentially, and he'll take pictures of the setup and like send it to him.
I imagine he's looking at it like, whoa.
Whoa, hello. He'll actually start moving equipment around to actually set that setup up. It's not going to be the exact same equipment and everything, but he'll get the setup essentially.
So the person that it takes care of her will come and be like, "The fuck are you doing?"
I'm going to borrow her for a little bit. She has family. Don't worry. It's okay. Her thumbs up.
He doesn't know how, but he believes her. He's a kinfolk nurse.
I mean, it's not a lie.
Yeah.
He's being truthful.
He believes him.
I'm going to enter, and I will probably bring her back. Most likely. It's her choice. Go shrug. And make it for her. I'm not that kind of man. I'll just hug her, like pick her up and.
Actually, I'm gonna change her auspice real quick. I have a lot of Philodoxes. I'm gonna make her Ragabash.
I didn't want to point that out, but
she's a Ragabash.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't know about Ragabash.
She's a Ragabash.
Yes, my sister's a Ragabash. Yes.
So yes. Emil does have some medical shit actually because of Noah. So he'll carefully like kind of unhook her and stuff like that. But he'll leave like the port for the dialysis in, so she can be rehooked up to a new dialysis. He'll also make sure its cycle is through and it's not currently in cycle. If it is, he'll wait.
No, it is not in cycle.
He will disconnect her from that, and he'll kind of disconnect her from things, and he'll carefully kind of collect her in his arms, and the cat. Cat can come too.
Yeah, she's very, and the cat's not leaving her either. Like,
that's the question.
That's her service animal.
Yeah, he'll put the cat in her so he'll pick her up bridal style. He'll put the cat in the bowl of her body. And he'll say, "Are you ready?"
She's very light, a lot lighter than she should be.
He'll notice that, and he'll say, "Are you ready?"
She'll give a weak nod.
And he'll take the orb, and he'll pull it, and he will orb back to actually he orbs to Rafi. So Rafi will smile when they both get there, and Emil will lay her down, and Rafi will smile at her. Hello, how are you? That was a really insensitive question. Don't mind me. I mean, in the general sense of things.
She smiles weakly.
He starts hooking her back up.
She pets her cat. Marius. He's a gray tabby with green eyes.
Are you on any medications you're going to need in the very short amount of time that you may be here?
She gives a list.
He'll just listen and nod. Got that. Can get that. Got it. Okay. I'll make a cocktail of all that and give it to her. And he'll get her very nice and comfortable. Normally this clinic is for births. It's a birthing cottage. But I do have one room designed for palliative care. Smile. And you are our guest of honor. I'll hand the remote to the TV, just in case. So, here's the remote for the Weaver box.
She grins at that, and shakes her head.
And it has Hulu and Netflix and Sling and all those other things I don't know. One of the kids put it on there. Glasswalkers. I don't know what any of that means. Maybe you do. We'll just whisper and shake his head.
She's like, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. That's really great. Are you hungry or thirsty?
No.
Okay. We'll just tuck in and get you settled. He's being so nice.
I know, it's great. The cat is just purring.
Emil will smile and sit down and text Caroline like he's got her sister. Fine, the elder. Convince the elder to help.
She'll say, yeah. She messages back, "Thank you. Thank you so much."
Rafi will pull out a set of playing cards from his pocket and deal her in. Earn a meal.
Yes.
They can bet with Percocets. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. We'll pick a nice non-gambling game. No, this is Rafi. You turn anything into a fucking gamble. Jesus
She's
Christ.
like, no, see, and Claire will say, well, when I play this at home, we bet with cat treats, so the cat always wins. He'll nod, and she'll nod.
There's a cat running somewhere around here, but he's really standoffish. Unless you're about to die, so I really hope he doesn't come into this room. I'll shake his head. Let's not and say we didn't. You seem very nice, and I'd like you to live a long, happy life. And he'll nod at her.
She'll smile. I would like to. I just take it one day at a time.
There's somebody on set you need to meet. He'll nod. No. It's really true.
Right?
God, this chuckle fuck. So Dolly will arrive and he'll walk in.
She'll look at him. He can tell that she's pretty sad, actually, like that she was crying a little bit.
Takes a deep breath.
Um, here, take a seat, and she'll offer to
A
him a
flop.
seat. I found out more about my past. She smiles.
That's good.
She bites her lip, and then she kind of looks at him, and she'll say, I'm sorry for avoiding you, but I felt you needed your space, and I can't do this without your help. She's starting to tear up again. I've found my sister, but she's sick, and I think she's going to die if I don't figure out how to help her.
Take me to her.
Okay. She gets up and she wipes her tears away. I'm sorry.
Just take me to your sister.
She just walks the direction to where she's at.
He'll follow her. And when they get there, this little black fury sees the Legend of a Nation walk in.
And you see
And he looks like he has feelings.
your sister.
So
yeah, that.
so she sees Talia and but then her eyes dart to Caroline, and she looks like she just saw a fucking ghost.
You know, the same to be said.
And she just insta cries.
She runs up to her. And then she looks at Talia and says, please help her.
He listens to Emil for a moment, like Emil's speaking softly to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll look at Claire. Why does your mother believe that Caroline is dead?
She says, she went missing right after she graduated high school. And she'll shrug. We never heard from her, never saw her, nobody could find her, so she was presumed dead.
Oh, nod.
Caroline shakes.
You don't know why you are in the condition you are now.
No. Nobody can figure it out. No mortal doctors, no Dogaru.
I assume they have summoned spirits, correct?
She'll nod. Yeah.
Caroline, give me a what's enigmas roll.
Okay. Three successes.
Let me see if this is viable.
What?
So she's thinking. She's kind of Caroline's sitting there. She's thinking, and then it occurs to her: when people are sick like this, there's a lot of things that get summoned: spirits of healing, spirits of sickness, spirits of pain, spirits of this, spirits of that. Nobody's sure what's going on with her. Nobody's sure what's going on with her. Wouldn't it be nice if they could get some clarification right now?
Caroline immediately recalls how to summon a spirit of clarity. And she opens up her bag and starts performing a rite.
The question is if she get Kismet. That'd be funny.
Well, how about she makes a roll and we'll see.
Okay. What's the roll again? I'm sorry.
It's wits rituals, and the difficulty is type of spirit. You're just gonna summon a little one, so it's diff 4.
0 successes because I have 2 1s.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking serious?
So
A
Talia
diff
will
4?
Talia will he almost shakes his head like he feels sorry for her. Not like in a condescending way, but just in like a and then he'll walk her through like kind of the finer tuned points of the steps. Okay. Try again. I know you're upset, but you need to clear your mind.
I'm
You
gonna
can't-
burn a point of willpower too.
Yeah, she says you can't connect with yourself right now. If you can't connect with yourself, the spirits aren't going to commune with you. So you have to relax. He'll kind of go behind her and put his hand on her stomach, kind of pulling her center in. Take a deep breath. Clear your mind.
She relaxes completely and tries performing the rite again with the willpower burn. So 5 successes.
Well,
With
look
the
at your
willpower.
mentor there.
Well, yep. God, I love when the rolls go with the story. So,
I take it she got
Kismet. Kismet. Kismet.
I'm going to assume that Kismet was basically like, I'm being summoned, wee! So Kira doesn't absolutely freak out.
Absolutely.
Bye, come back to me. We'll put Kismet on his overlay.
Caroline smiles and she says, "It's Kismet." She'll feed him a point of gnosis, like num 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 num.
He num nums. And you know what? Kismet will go num 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 num.
Picture of Morph from Treasure Planet. I'm gonna die.
I'm doing it.
Oh god. Okay.
Kismet, I was wondering if I could ask you a question that tied into what we were asking earlier.
Sure. Thank God, it's totally morphed. Yep, absolutely. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna post this picture.
Start putting him on his overlay.
So, Kismet's during a concern because Kismet sees the very, very frail woman before them. And
This Kismet have a heckin' scare right now.
yes, Kismet has a heckin' scare. And
Aww.
he'll go, okay.
She'll caress the spirit's cheek.
I'm dying.
Like how he does in Treasure Planet when he's like, when Kismet like nuzzles onto his hand.
He'll nuzzle him like a cat. He'll nuzzle her hand like a cat. And purr. Kismet purrs.
I need to know what's going on with my sister. Nobody can find out what's wrong with her, and what's wrong with her, what illness she has. I'd like a little bit of clarity on that.
It'll look her over. I don't think people are asking the right questions. And Claire will feel this spirit kind of like go in and out of her body.
That cannot feel good.
She winces. And oh no, oh no. He'll look at all of them. She has a combination of wild worm and weaver taint.
Caroline's eyes go wide.
They weren't asking the right questions. They were focusing on one and not the three. And Claire's eyes go huge. Like, are you?
Caroline looks at Tulia, like her eyes are wide, like she's never heard of this before. Oh God.
By chance, Claire? I'll kind of look at her. Do you happen to know why?
She'll think. It had to have happened on my rite of passage.
What was rite of passage, dear?
She tries to remember her.
Did you get pulled in the flux? You got pulled in the flux.
Well, me and the other cubs. I was the Ragabash, so I scouted ahead. We may have. Something happened that I can't quite remember. I know that I ended up alone somewhere, but then I was found.
So he will turn to Caroline and he'll just rub his forehead and he says, your family really needs to figure out why you have a problem with memory loss. And he'll nod his head.
she nods. She's like, that it seems to be a trend, that and twins.
Just nod. I take it
does
to be
one-
obviously. Oh, he'll let her talk.
How does one go about cleansing all of this?
Erebus. Soy will say and shrug.
Caroline bites her lip. If I can help in any way towards her recovery, I would like to.
That's kind of a thing that you do on your own. Erebus. You get sent there. And it cleanses you of taint. He gets a feel for the scope of the taint, how heavy it is. It's heavy enough that it's killing her, but with all three of them, it may not be. It may be a situation where it's not all strong. It's just because it's all crowded up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he's
Funnily enough,
getting a feel.
even though it's a taint, all three are present, so there's a balance.
Exactly. Seeing that she is in balance because all three are present in her, she will not be an Erebus for long. She should be back by the end of the year. I can heal her. That's not the question. But if she is so heavily tainted, healing won't cleanse that taint. So talk to your sister and I will be back.
She'll walk up to Claire's side and holds her hand.
I'll be back in about an hour.
Okay. Thank you again.
Kismet flits back off to Kieran. Like, I did my job. Bye.
Tully will give Kismet a piece of Gnosis before he runs off.
Nom 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 nom.
He's getting all the gnosis from everybody.
All that Gnosis. Everybody.
He's bad on Gnosis right now.
Set. Kieran loves him. When he gets back, he's like, nuzzle, nuzzle.
Claire, I'm sorry. I forgot everything. Squeezes her hand.
What happened to you?
I don't know.
Where did you end up?
Somewhere in Kansas, actually. And then, after I got my bearings right, I moved to Acept. At first I was a all-child of Gaia Acept, and then...
Shimon. So, you had your first change, and you don't remember your life before. Am I right?
No. Nothing before.
She'll nod. That's why we never found you. You know, our mother is aware of society. Garu.
She is?
She'll nod. She's kinfolk.
That's good. Maybe I can see her one day, but...
When I changed, I didn't want to stay in Boston, so fostered out in Black Fury Sect. area of San Francisco. When she says the name of the sept, Caroline knows that it's where Sierra's from.
She blinks. She's like, well, that's interesting.
I stayed. But then shortly after my rite of passage, I started getting sick and just kept getting sicker. And nobody could figure out what was wrong. Mom doesn't even know.
I'm worried that there's more to this than just memory loss.
You have memory loss, and I got severely tainted, it seems. Maybe there's a Gaius on our family.
Perhaps. She laughs softly. And she'll caress her cheek. I know you're my sister deep inside my heart. I just don't remember you, and it hurts.
I remember you. You're my big sister.
And you're my little sister.
She hugs her.
I love you. And I'm sorry.
For what?
I wouldn't have let you go if I knew.
She'll smile softly. I know. She'll close her eyes. She looks very tired.
She's holding her. I can't stay like this forever. You'll have to be cleansed and I'm gonna miss you.
Should let me go to Erebus. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but
They hear a soft voice as this otherworldly air fills the room. Erebus is the umbral realm of cleansing.
she'll nod.
And he'll come in. Soul of Mountains says that I should look in on you. He said you might need my help when you return.
She smiles softly at the person she's never met before. And she'll say,
Yes.
She'll expose her throat and she'll say,
His fingers will lightly brush against her skin. When he touches her, it's almost, first off, it tingles when he touches her, like electricity touching her.
okay.
The other thing is that it doesn't feel like something on this layer of reality touched you. It's almost like something like a ghost touched you. And he looks very material. He looks solid. And he'll go over to Clara and he'll tilt his head.
She looks at him. She looks very relaxed in his presence.
He'll reach out and touch her shoulder. He's healing her a little bit.
She feels a little invigorated.
Mhm.
Some of the color comes back in her cheeks.
I am a Hayden forged in blood, a warrior of the Fenrir. I was born on 2 legs. I am known as the Thorson. Introducing himself to both of them.
Caroline.
I was an elder. A smile. Before elder was the name for it. Listen,
Was.
I was born in, I think, by your reckoning, 1077.
Claire's
Blanks.
eyes widen. They go huge, like, wow.
Her eyes are huge too, and she just kind of like looks over at Claire, then looks at him.
A smile. I believe I live outside of the realm of time. I'm not sure. He'll shake his head. And it doesn't quite matter to me. I just take it more one day at a time. I don't really consider the long view. I'll smile at Claire.
Wow, it is an honor to meet you. I'm Claire Ellsworth.
You're the one who, despite the war that is going on within your very flesh, won't take what has been written into you as fact and has survived. So I'm the one that's honored.
She smiles.
Do you have a deed name?
No.
Then you shall be known as Blood of Iron.
She smiles.
That was the name of a legend of the nation. Actually, Soloboun's father. His brother.
Her jaw drops.
Listen. I think it's fitting, don't you?
She'll nod.
I should introduce myself too. I'm Caroline Steele. Soothes pain and sorrow. Child of Gaia Theurge. Born on 2 legs. Goliath of the nation.
Oh, God.
Then she looks at Claire.
She'll smile. I am Claire Ellsworth, Blood of Iron, born on 2 legs, under no moon. I'm a Cleoth of the Black Furies.
You'll come back to us, won't you?
Yeah. Of course.
I'll smile softly. I have never had need to go to Erebus, but my packmate, I had to bring him. We fought a great worm. Dragons. My packmate threw himself down its gullet to tear apart his heart from the inside, but in doing so, he tainted himself so deeply. The taint drove him mad, and he was dying before us, being eaten from the inside out, tumors forming on his skin, his hair falling out, his teeth following. The only way we could save him was by taking him to Erebus.
She touches her hair that has been falling out.
Well, his fingers will reach out and lightly tuck her hair behind her ear. The pain will be unimaginable, but you will come out stronger and whole.
She'll nod.
And you have your sister to welcome you back.
And I'll welcome you with open arms. She smiles.
When I get back, we'll explain what happened to her mother, and you can meet her.
I'd really like that.
And suffering pain in Erebus is better than wasting away in a bed. I'm not serving the nation doing this.
I believe in your strength, sister.
She'll smile.
You notice that Hayden kind of like his eyes, like not glass over, but unfocus. And he's it's like he's listening to something, and he'll smile. Soul of Mountains is ready for you. And he'll very carefully unhook her from her IVs and whatnot. And he'll collect her in her arms, like in his arms.
Caroline.
Yes.
I need you to take care of Marius for me, please.
She'll scoop up the cat. Of course I will.
Kat is not happy about being away from Claire.
She'll nuzzle the cat. She'll be like, I know you'll be sad leaving her, but I'll do my best. She's gonna get better.
I can help too.
Smile at him.
My name is Halfdan, after all. I might have a thing or two of experience with cats. He'll smile.
She smiles and nods. And Marius goes, sniffs Hayden.
He'll reach a finger out and stroke. If anything, you can drop him on your packmate's lap. She'll know what to do with him.
Right? Veronica always has a way with cats. She smiles.
This cat is a normal cat, by the way. He just is very used to being around Gar. So
But yes, Hayden will pick her up and cradle her against his chest.
she'll relax in his arms and just feels very at home there.
And Tolia is waiting outside near where the sept normally performs rituals. And he has a bow and arrow.
Caroline follows, holding Marius.
And he'll look to Caroline and he'll say, get your farewells in, your hugs and whatnot. And Hayden will put her down on her feet, but he'll hold her up, like under her arms, like kind of holding her from behind.
Caroline holds her softly. She doesn't want to hurt her. She just hugs her. The kitty cat's still in her arms, so it's kind of like in between the two women.
She hugs her back, and she's definitely using Hayden for support.
Mm-hmm.
She can stand, but it's very, very hard. She'll kiss Caroline's cheek.
She'll kiss her sister on the cheek as well.
So Hayden will press her back to his chest, and he'll brace her. He'll kind of, because he's gonna have to with what Tolia's gonna do. He'll kind of, he'll loop his arms and hold down on her shoulders. He's just holding her up. He's not holding her down.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll lean and he'll say something in her ear very gently, as he's, and he'll just say that gently. Tolia's walking away.
Caroline will hold Marius out a little bit so she can pet Marius before she leaves.
She looks at Hayden and smiles and nods.
We'll nod. And
she'll take her cat in her arms one more time and give him a kiss and a pet and hand him back to Caroline.
And she'll hold Marius again.
Well, he said that in response. And he'll hold her up. And Tolia will draw the bow back. He'll draw the arrow back in the bow. And he'll level it. And he has both eyes open and he relaxes. He takes in a breath. Exhales it slowly. He steadies his breathing. And he releases. He just lets go. And the arrow will sail through the air and sink into her heart. And Hayden will nuzzle inside of her head and he'll say, "I need to sidestep."
She'll her nemesis is only 3.
If she doesn't, it's going to be priceless and it'll be amazing.
Right?
No, trust me. It'll be amazing. Okay, good.
She does. She steps sideways. It takes her a few minutes, but she steps sideways.
Yeah, the arrow will drop without the silver arrowhead on it. And Tolia will go and pick the arrow up. It has falcon feathers for its fletchings, and it's made of oak. And it was tipped with a silver arrow that we just made.
Mm-hmm.
With her name on it and things like that. And the rituals, text, sacred texts. And he'll stroke the shaft of the arrow for a moment with his thumb. It also has glyphs and runes on it. And he'll hold it out to Caroline.
She'll touch it.
He'll give it to her.
She'll take it. Breathes in, breathes out. What am I meant to do?
What do you mean? What will say? Oh, that's just a souvenir. Hi, sister went to Erebus and all she did was brought me back the shaft. We'll shake his head.
Oh, she'll nod.
Oh, damn it. And that's why he's Alexi's father, by the way.
Right? God.
You peek over where Alexi gets it from.
Mm-hmm.
His sister went to Erebus and all she got me was a shitty shaft. You'll smile. You don't have to do anything. When she is ready to come, she will come out. I've seen it take a few days. I've seen it. There are people I have interred in Erebus 20, 30 years ago who are still there. And there are some people who are interred for a few months, a few weeks, a few days. With some people, it's on you. When you leave, when you can forgive yourself, when you allow the taint to leave you, you leave.
I'll hold on to this. Keep it near me, close to me.
And her
Remember waiting each day for her to come back.
And she will.
Thank you.
I couldn't let her suffer. You and I may have our differences, and I know you and I are on rocky ground right now, but
that's nobody's fault, though.
well, not. You're still my protege.
And you're still my family. Even if it's something different, I know it'll take time to get to that point, but a part of me will always be a Petrova. She smiles.
He doesn't say anything. Look at her cheek. Like very softly.
Are you?
Am I what?
Are you doing okay? It's not all about me. It's about you too. You're dealing with your emotions. I'm not. I know you're not an invulnerable legendary Garou. You're a legendary Garou, but you still get hurt. And I'm still your friend.
I'm working through my problems and what went sideways. It's no fault of your own.
I know it's not a fault, but it's not.
I made a mistake, to be honest. And I'm just having to live with it.
She blinks. Oh. See what happened as a mistake, but
Because you're not the one who made it. I made a mistake.
don't worry about the past. She shakes her head. You have Finn now. And whatever mistake you made,
I fell
It's
in
in the
love with the
past.
wrong man.
She blinks. And swallows.
You to yourself.
She'll squeeze his hand, but she's keeping her distance to give him space.
What's the cat's name again?
Oh my god, I know it. My brain just stopped and I forgot.
It's Marius.
Marius. She'll say, it's little Marius. She scratches his
What's your
head.
father's name? It's from Les Mis,
Maurice.
right?
Mhm.
Fine.
When she gets back, she needs to meet my father.
Not odd.
Deep inhale, deep exhale. I did want to ask you another thing.
What?
I was thinking about how I'm Colton and Caroline, but I don't believe I ever cleansed whatever the wild did to me.
Just because you have been influenced by the wild's impression doesn't mean that you need to be cleansed. It's only when
She'll
it
nod.
corrupts you. You do not bear the
Okay.
weight of the wild's corruption.
Thank
By
you.
the way,
That
she does indeed still turn into a man when she sleeps.
Oh Lord. Her eyes widen a little bit, and then she says, "Actually, I may have to have that fixed soon.
What?
That when I fall asleep, I turn into a man.
Why?
Um, Sam wishes to eat me alive, but as Colton, and if I'm asleep, he can do just that."
The demon is threatening to eat Colton alive?
Nods.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anything I can do for you?
No.
I, after things settle down, I would like to practice rites with you again, if you don't mind.
You are my protege.
And you're also my friend. I cared. I still care. I went out of my way to help you each and every day, and that doesn't go away. And I can't just avoid the fact that I still care about you. I
Do you
still
think
see you
I
as my family.
don't care about you?
No, I didn't mean it like that. I avoided you, and I can't do that to you.
He looks like there's 1,010 things he's not saying. He's just being quiet.
She lowers her head.
I'm sure you have a busy day.
Wait a second. Can we make days where I can at least see Susie?
Sure.
If not just to see you. I mean, I can't just. I also was tasked with getting Susie a mate from Pangea.
His brow goes up.
And I believe I can do it. And I just need to know how to get there. And then back, of course.
Jump in the laboratory pits. I'm not kidding. You have to try to not frenzy, or you'll die. If you jump into the laboratory pits, it will take you to Pangea. You just have to not. You have to override your body. You have to stay relaxed. You will reach the point where you think you're going to die. As you're sinking into the inky blackness of the void, your skin will burn. It will feel as though it's being ripped off of your bones. As you join the primordial depths. But if you don't frenzy, if you manage to find your center and enter the spirit realm, you will arrive in Pangea.
She nods.
It is a very dangerous way to enter Pangea, but there is no way to enter Pangea that is not dangerous. It is not really meant for us. Also, Bailey will not be Metis in Pangea, and he will not have his deformity. You may want to warn him of that. It can be a little disconcerting. All Garu are the same. There is no tribe. There is no differences. There are no Metis. Everyone is the same. But it can throw Metis off.
I'll warn him. He has a lot on his mind, I think. I mean, he just found out his grandfather is a demon. That would do. If you ever want to talk to me about anything, let me know. I know that's sounds kind of conceited, but
I have a very important task that I need to focus on with you. And not muddy with personal connections.
she nods. She'll do a slight bow. I'll remember that. And she'll gulp.
He'll nod.
You are my Raya. And I'm here to learn.
Duh.
I suppose I should go.
I'll nod.
There's a little bit of a twinge of a hurt face. Actually, no, her face looks really hurt. But it's obvious she's trying to hide that.
Give me a perception empathy roll.
Okay. Can I reduce it by 2 for acute sense sight, or would that not apply?
It's the look on his face, so sure.
Okay.
You could
5
use
successes.
micro expressions and things like that.
She studies his face. Yeah, she got 5 successes with that.
He resents her. And more specifically, with 5 successes, her. Very deeply. Like she can just see a very deep level of resentment in him. Just kind of a bitter indignation. And he just has his hands. He kind of sat down and he has his hands just clenched in his lap. Hmm?
If you so wish it.
I couldn't hear what you said.
She said, Tulia Petrova, if you so wish it. You may be free from all ties to me.
I'll shrug. I have no problem with you being my protege. I have no problem with you in specific.
What have I done to wrong you?
Kept me from the one man I loved.
She tears up. sorry. I think I should go. And she walks away.
He takes a deep breath and looks down. And he hums something gently, and then he starts to sing softly. He'll tilt his head and say, but after she is gone, so she can't hear him.
Mm-hmm.
Like her acute sense is gone. He'll sing, this is way out of my range to be singing in a tenor, by the way, but I'll do it anyway. He'll sing, and I still dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different than this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream, my dream. And he just looks down. And with that, we can end our scene. Bye.